Good morning. Welcome to Trenton today on WBCB. Great to be with you again and delighted to be joined again by the mayor of Trenton, Reed Gusciora.
Glad to be here,
Hey,
Chris.
well, good to be with you as always. And we have a little bit of a different location for the show today.
School is out for the summer.
Typically, we're at Trenton Central High School doing our thing over there with some of the great students. And congratulations to all of the graduates from Trenton Central High School and throughout the greater Trenton area, heck, all over the place. We congratulate you, wish you the best in your future endeavors, especially the hosts and the technicians, all the support staff that have been with us for Trenton today over the past bunch of years, and was kind of cool to see all the Facebook posts, the social media stuff, and you were there for graduation, addressing the graduates, and a message from the mayor, part of the festivities and the ceremonies.
Absolutely. We graduated 640 students, and 3 of your techs that worked on the program also graduated.
Yes.
But kids were very excited, and they're all off to new adventures, and a lot of them are going to college, and we're just really happy to see them all off.
Best of luck in whatever is coming up for you, graduates, and congratulations on the accomplishment to get through this gauntlet of high school. And we're joined here by Megan Morelli from Slam and Brew. We're not at the high school today. We're at the coffee shop. This is awesome. Hey, Megan.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for hosting us.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
All right, what a great location. Tell everybody where we're at today and how this all got started here. Slam and Brew. We're in Center City, Trenton, with some Java. I got some coffee trivia I'm going to lay on you, too.
Okay.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here. And Mayor Gusciora, I'll give you a crack at some of our coffee trivia. But great to be here at Slam and Brew today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. So we're at Slam and Brew today, 24 South Warren Street, Trenton, New Jersey. Just how we got started. I actually just got very lucky to get this job. Coffee was...
I think they're lucky to have you.
Thank you.
We're lucky to have you here on the show today.
Yeah, thank you.
It is neat when you make that connection, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm really happy to be in Trenton.
That's great.
Yeah.
And when you have a positive person like Megan as the front person for the operation, it helps with recurring customers. They come here and they seem to all have a good time, both the customers and the employees. It's a great respite for state workers to come take a break and have a coffee, and they have some great sandwiches. So they offer a lot of good stuff here.
Awesome. I saw you munching on a Slam and Brew sandwich before we got started.
It was a grilled cheese with turkey bacon.
Yeah.
And,
we offer it all
delicious.
here. Yeah, coffee, food, salad, a great environment. We just want people to be able to come in and have the chill, relaxing third place to kind of go to, get away from everything.
Well, in our Trenton Today history, we used to be at a former Center City coffee shop, so we're kind of used to this type of environment. And you were talking about some of the rumors, Megan, about what might be coming into we were at a former location. There might be something else coming in there. I mean, we don't want to get into rumors necessarily, but there are exciting stuff coming for Center City is kind of what everybody is talking about down here, and it's great to have that vibe.
Yeah, we definitely want more businesses down here. We don't want to be the only one. We want foot traffic. We want community. We want Trenton to thrive as much as possible because that's what keeps everyone in business.
All right, so can you break any news here for us that there's some rumors about what might be coming around the corner or what have you? Some, I don't know.
We have some real investments in this downtown, and I think this is a thriving happening. People are interested in the closed hotel, the Marriott around the corner. A Princeton restaurant purchased Maxine's, and they're in the process of renovating. They're going to be making old world pizza, brick oven pizza, and there's bites every day. There's a bank moving in across the street, formerly the subway. So stay tuned. I don't know of any definitive plans, but there's a lot of things in the works.
All right, well, we have a lot to get to on the show today because there's so much happening in the city of Trenton, and so much has been going on over the past couple of weeks that we want to touch on as well, like the high school graduation. That was kind of top of the list. Megan was telling me that, was it this past Saturday there was a Pride event?
Yeah, we were here for it. Yeah.
You guys were open, and there was some stuff happening here in Center City. What was that like, Mayor Gusciora?
Well, in 2019, we had our first Pride, and we had about 1,000 people down the street. And unfortunately, because of COVID, things shut down. And so we're now starting again. This past weekend, last Saturday, was the comeback of Pride, and we had quite a few people here. Not as many as we wanted, but I think in years going forward, more and more people will know about it, and we'll be able to get the word out better.
I mean, do you think that was part of the thing, Megan, that people just didn't know it's back? And
yeah, I definitely think a lot of people didn't know. I was trying to spread the word to the state workers when they were here. And I was like, hey, Pride this weekend, we're going to be open on a Saturday. We're never open on Saturday. And they're like, what are you talking about? So I was definitely just trying in my own way to get the word out there, because we need people to be a community here. And aside from businesses being open on Saturday, like Pride is such an important event. And the fact that Trenton is supporting it speaks so much. And of course, we want people to come to us and support the businesses in town while they're here. So
another important event that you guys recently recognized, Juneteenth.
Yes.
Federal holiday and a celebration in the city of Trenton.
Yeah, we had a flag raising ceremony the Friday before Juneteenth. We had a nice crowd there in front of the steps of City Hall. So we're trying to have things where we're attracting people to come out from out of town and in town to really just engage the public. We blocked off East State Street, had food vendors and music, and it seemed like a lively event.
All right, a little bit off topic, but I took advantage of the holiday on Juneteenth, and I tubed down the Delaware River, which is a great outdoor activity. And so I just wanted to ask, I was thinking coming in today about your role as mayor and the vision that you're able to set. You have a limited time in that office, but how you're able to try to set a course for opening green spaces and encouraging people to use the outdoor spaces in Trenton a little bit more effectively. And I know there's also some parks stuff that we wanted to touch on, where you're going to be renovating the old barracks. I guess that's not necessarily an open space, but there's other parks renovations that are happening throughout the city right now.
Yeah, the city of Trenton has 60 parks, and they're all well attended. We're renovating 26 of them, where it's continual as we get money and grant dollars. We upgrade park equipment, add new green space, and we're putting in a splash pool at the MLK Park on Brunswick Avenue. So good things are happening, and we just opened the parks this last Monday. Was well attended at Hetzel. The kids usually, by tradition,
you get thrown in the pools, right?
Oh, I did see that.
That is
I saw
a
that, yeah.
tradition that somehow somebody started. That I don't know how it happened, but
fun.
yes, it was fun, and the kids. It really is excitement for the kids, and they get to go swimming with the mayor and hang out, and we had hot dogs and hamburgers for them, and it was just a fun day event for everyone. And the pools are going to be open from 8:30 in the morning till 9 at night.
Wow.
All summer long, and we're actually going to have a summer camp where we're going to teach swim lessons.
Nice.
So maybe you could sign up, Chris.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I feel like you're kind of a fun mayor to go swimming with. You know, maybe some mayors might be a little bit stuffy, and you know, I don't know. Are you doing a cannonball? How do you enter the pool?
I think what makes a successful city is that people and the residents really enjoy the city themselves, take advantage of the parks, take advantage of the outdoor spaces and the programming that we offer, and that really engages residents, and they become stakeholders in the city. They also want us to expand programming. but it's really part of making the city lively and attracting, especially young people like Megan, to come in, work in the city, and live in the city, and take part.
All right, well, we are at a lively spot here in Center City, Trenton, Slam and Brew for Trenton Today. And here is our first coffee trivia question.
Okay.
Are you guys ready? A drum roll, please. All right. Coffee was the first food to be either shipped from Europe to the New World, freeze-dried, used in Aztec religious ceremonies, or roasted and ground for drinking. All right, those are your four options. You got A, B, C, and D.
You don't have all of the above.
Shipped from no, all of the above. Sorry, Mayor Gusciora. A pretty strategic answer,
yes,
but not correct in this situation.
Well, I don't think it came from Europe here. Wasn't it vice versa?
A lot of coffee is made over here, so.
Yeah.
Meg, you have a guess, Megan?
I don't know if I'm right, but roasted? No?
I'm sorry, no.
Freeze-dried.
Freeze-dried is right.
Yeah?
Yeah, coffee was the first food to be freeze-dried, also known as instant coffee.
Oh.
Yes,
Right.
Maxwell
Awesome.
House.
There you go. I got more coffee trivia here as we go through the show.
We're all
so
learning.
don't worry about that. So we're talking about all the events happening, and Juneteenth recently, Pride. But this Saturday, one of the coolest events in Trenton is going on, Art All Night. That's
Yes.
another event that took a little bit of a hit with COVID and the pandemic. But Art All Night is back. Tell us a little bit about that event. It sounds like it's art for most of the night. Then there's going to be some virtual stuff overnight, and then art again early in the morning, all through the next day.
Well, starting this Saturday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we have a new location at the War Memorial Building, downtown Trenton.
Oh, by the way, I love that. That sounds like an amazing venue for this event. The
Yes.
War Memorial,
Guaranteed air conditioning.
it just doesn't seem like it gets enough use or enough for the cool. I think I saw the Nutcracker over the holidays there, and that seemed, there's a limited number of things that happen. So I'm happy about it being over there.
We
It
love
seems-
when the War Memorial is utilized. We'd like to see more programming there. And Art All Night is partnering with them. So the War Memorial will be open from 3 to 12, and then you'll be able to have some virtual programming till 6 in the morning, and then it will continue from 6 in the morning on Sunday to 3 p.m. So that is 24 hours of art in the capital city.
You ever
awesome.
check that out? It's a neat venue. My
Yeah,
parents
I'll
have
definitely
gone.
be here. Yeah.
And they would go like overnight years ago.
Yeah.
So gotta let everybody know. Art
Yeah.
All Night is back. It's this Saturday,
Yeah.
June the 29th.
Yeah, no, it's really important to support local artists in Trenton. We do so here as well.
Yes, I
on the
see
walls.
there's so much cool stuff
Yeah,
here.
a lot of local artists in Trenton. Buck Malvo is the curator. He actually works here too, but he also gets all these artists. They're for sale, and all the money goes to them. So
I like the shark mural on the wall,
Yeah.
and that's very timely with what's going on in the waterways.
yeah, so
Shark Week.
Shark Week, you
Literally.
can see it here.
Yeah. Even like the interior design and stuff like that. We're here. We got the Slam and Brew
Yeah.
neon behind us.
Yeah.
Beautiful view of the city here.
Yeah, we try to keep it very retro and chill vibes and just very inviting.
All right, we're going to step aside, go to break. All right, I'm going to tease with a trivia question here.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 40% of the world's coffee is produced by either A, Africa, B, Brazil, C, Colombia, or 4, Southeast Asia. When we come back, we'll give you the answer to that coffee trivia question. We're here at Slam and Brew in Center City, Trenton for Trenton Today, and we'll tell you more about what's going on in the capital city of New Jersey when we return in just a moment.
Hi, this is Mayor Jeff Martin of Hamilton Township, inviting you to tune in to our monthly radio show, This Month in Hamilton. Video stream live the fourth Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m. at WBCB1490.com. We will be featuring various guests from Hamilton Township to keep you up to date on what's going on in Hamilton.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Merrill Reese, here to tell you about my good friends at Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. For outstanding sales and service, you can depend on the folks at Haldeman Ford Subaru for the best value on new and pre-owned Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, along with a great selection of value-priced new and pre-owned Subarus. And no one offers the service that Haldeman does in their huge, state-of-the-art service facility. Service so great that many area municipalities and commercial fleets get their service performed by Haldeman Ford Subaru. From Langhorne to Princeton, folks like you to commercial fleets trust the name Haldeman for sales and service. Haldeman Ford Subaru, Route 33 in Hamilton Township.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I'm proud to help sponsor today's show and promote what's happening in our community. All residents of your hometown should stay involved and participate in community activities, whether it's volunteering to help make your town clean, or volunteering at the animal shelter, or helping at a local youth event. Staying involved in your community makes your hometown a great place to live. This is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you enjoyed today's show.
All right, welcome back to Trenton today. Mayor Gusciora is checking on Pete Davidson tickets right now. He's coming to the Trenton War Memorial. You got some seats available.
Arena.
Oh, the Cure Arena.
Cure Arena, yeah.
All right.
Sunday, August 19th.
Nice.
Before I forget, I want to circle back to my trivia question so I don't leave anybody hanging. 40% of the world's coffee produced by either A, Africa, B, Brazil, C, Colombia, 4, Southeast Asia. We're here at Slam and Brew, so we ask Megan Morelli, who is the general manager here, all these coffee trivia questions. What do you think, Megan?
Brazil.
Yes.
Nice.
You are correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, where the Eagles will start their NFL season this year.
Oh, wow.
Playing on a Friday night in Brazil, which is going to be
That's awesome.
kind of weird, wacky stuff. Hey, you were telling us on the break that you guys are looking at some other renovations, like doing some things with a patio out here. People that are with us on Trenton today can kind of see some of the stuff and people passing by this beautiful window.
Yeah, we're actually going to have an outdoor area on the side of us, patio, put down chairs, all that, and we plan on having like events out there, anything we could do with the community outside, and just more seating for people to come by. Yeah, I think it's really something.
Push that mic up a little bit, Mayor. Yes,
Right here?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I think it's something that Trenton needs, just a really nice, different type of vibe. Yeah.
Well, we got the vibe going here. Great spot for coffee and sandwiches and
Grilled
just
cheese.
hanging out here.
Yeah.
Little community
Yeah.
forming.
Yes.
Special grilled cheese going on.
Come by, get your picture taken, and be put on the wall.
Oh, besides art all night, you had said there's also a food drive
Yes.
happening.
Oh,
We want to
nice.
let everybody know about that. That is this Saturday.
Yeah, it's a food pantry for pets. So the animal shelter is going to be giving away donated pet food, and come on down. That's going to be in Mill Hill Park, and I believe that's 3 to 6 as well. Got to check my notes. I believe it's 3 to 6.
Well, while we're talking about the pets, right? The food drive for our four-legged friends.
Yes.
You guys have a big event coming up on July the 20th.
Yes.
Part of Shelter Week or Animal Shelter
Adoption Week.
Adoption Week.
Yes.
So that really helps animal shelters.
Adoption
Yeah.
Week. We're going to have a festival in Mill Hill from 1 to 6 p.m. We'll have music and food, and and our fine furry animals. So come think about adopting a dog or cat that is at our Trenton Animal Shelter.
Are you a pets person,
I'm
Megan?
a huge pet person. My cat is actually tattooed on me.
Oh.
I have a cat, a dog. They're like my babies. So I'm always all about supporting the pets.
I just feel like we need more love for the cats out there.
That's right. That's right. They don't get enough love. But if we could do like an adoption event outside when we get the patio together, that'd be awesome.
I'm
You
sure Alexis, the new caretaker at the animal shelter, would love to bring some pets over here and
Yeah.
have help do an adoption day here.
Yeah, we would love to do an adoption day outside. Awesome.
So when Mayor Gusciora is hanging with us, Trenton today, we get kind of the state of the city here, and we throw all different kind of questions his way. Talking about events, and you mentioned the kids' camps, and even
Yes.
some swimming lessons. And I think last time you were mentioning they have opportunities for tennis lessons. That sounds like a lot of opportunities, a lot of different things that kids can get into, stay active, stay busy this summer.
Yeah, which is important.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hire about 200 seasonals during the summer months to work in the parks and work in the pools, lifeguards and the like, park pool attendants. But then we're also offering a summer camp, July into August. We'll have field trips for the kids, but we are offering swim lessons and tennis lessons. So we're really excited about that. And so if you're a city resident and you're looking for things to do for your kids, come check out our recreation department programming.
Get a job over the summer,
Or
make a
get
little money.
or get
Yeah.
a job, make a little. A lot of instances, they're their first job that a lot of young people are having. So we give them the opportunity, and a lot of them come back and want to work the next summer, or they go on to bigger and better things.
Do you remember your first job, Megan? I mean, my first job, I'm not sure if I would like name a paper boy. I did that for a little
Yeah.
bit. I mowed lawns. Those were kind of jobs,
They
but
were
didn't feel
jobs.
as official as when I went to work
Yeah.
for Sesame Place
Oh, wow. Yeah.
way back when. And
My,
felt,
my first job was Petco, actually, talking about pets. Yeah, it was Petco. I thought I was going to take a career in animals, and then I realized I loved them too much that I couldn't stand the bad
We
news.
take too many home.
Yeah. My husband has to put a stop to that.
not really. That can take like a serious emotional toll
Yeah.
to do that kind of work. So
Yeah.
I hear you. And
Yeah.
the kind of work you do really can affect the type of life that you have. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
being here, interacting with people, and
Yeah.
this seems like, a
This-
great match. A
Oh,
great,
this is my dream job, 100%. Yeah, my coffee journey actually started at Starbucks. That's when I realized I found what I love. I love making coffee. I love making people's day. I love getting to know every single customer. And then being able to open a coffee shop in Trenton, it spoke to my soul.
well, great location here, 24 South Warren Street.
Yeah.
We're at Slam and Brew, doing our thing. Over the summer, I know sometimes there have been some task force, Mayor, that will go into the community and try to interact with young people to make sure that they stay away from bad choices and bad decision making as much as possible. Is that going on? I heard there was like some task force stuff going on in the city over the summer.
Yeah, there are two street teams that we call them. One is operated out of a church, and the other one is operated out of our police department, where we hire young people. Some are ex-offenders that are willing to go out into the neighborhoods and talk to kids, mainly hanging on a corner or not, aimlessly going through life. And they try to just change their minds, get them focused, give them information about job training, job opportunities, and just changing their direction in life. And they're making real good inroads and changing the culture away from gang affiliation or drugs, but to really find purpose in your life.
And have you been able to, or people in the law enforcement community, been tracking how that's helping with crime mitigation and actually getting better results for people throughout the city?
I think it's a one-on-one opportunity that even if we change one mind, it's worth the program. But we've invested real resources to make a difference, and we believe we are. Crime has trended down, not enough, and there's still too much violence out in the streets, and too many people are inclined to purchase guns. But we're trying to make Trenton a safer community and to get the next generation more invested in the outcome of the city than just getting into trouble.
I mean, and part of that maybe goes back into the summer programs, summer jobs, opportunities for young people throughout the city.
And if you came to either our daylight, twilight graduation or the Trenton graduation, you understand that by far the vast majority of young people in this city are doing the right thing, going to school, doing their homework, applying for college, applying for the military, getting to trade school. Those are the stories that we really need to promote. And then the street teams and others try to change the ones that fall through the cracks.
Do you remember any of the inspirational messages from your graduation? The valedictorian always speaks. The salutatorian gets up there and speaks. Sometimes there's a commencement address person. We had Maya Angelou speak at one of my graduations, which was kind of cool. And something about her message was about rainbows and keeping rainbows in your heart, or rainbows somewhere. Yeah, it was very nice.
Sweet, yeah.
I'm trying to do that, Maya. Keep those rainbows going. But it is a point where you're looking for something to inspire that next step in life. And I'm wondering if, besides the rainbows that Maya Angelou spoke about, if there was anything that you talked to the graduates about, or Megan, anything that you remember back to any of those, maybe even something that a family member or loved one told you to help you keep
going.
moving in a positive direction.
Yeah, I think school for me was interesting, but I never actually went. I didn't finish college. I didn't do any of that, but because I found my thing. But my family was a big supporter for me. My father actually was like my biggest supporter in life. Always there for me, just able to talk to him about anything. Just always gave me good advice to keep going. Yeah. He's no longer with us, unfortunately, but he was always just such a go-getter, a hard worker, and just told me no matter how hard it gets, you just got to keep going, because we're here, we're alive, we're lucky to be here,
Yeah, it is so important for parental involvement in your kids, the outcomes. And I think that the kids, have to really believe in themselves, but they need the support. They need that love and affection coming from, even if it's not from a family member, that there's some mentor out there for them. A lot of the kids would talk about who their favorite teacher was and the impact that they had on their own lives. And I think we all remember really good teachers that made that difference.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the adult involvement in the kids that really helps out in the end.
Yeah, my English teacher was actually my favorite teacher in high school. I loved him. I used to love writing papers. I wrote a paper about knowledge. I don't really remember too much about it, but he loved it so much he kept it for every class after that. I was like, I kind of wish I still had it, but it's little things like that really make a difference in kids' lives.
All right, well, I'm going to teach you a little bit of coffee trivia right now.
All right,
we're going to do some learning
coming
on
out
Trenton
more
today. All right, I've never heard of this before, but
we're all learning. It's okay.
Kopi Luwak. Do you know Kopi Luwak, or maybe Kopi Luwak? I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's the world's most expensive coffee at $600 per pound. $600 per pound for this coffee. All right,
made in Nepal.
Why is this coffee so expensive? Is it A, it's processed during a full moon? B, it's brewed only with solid gold pots? C, it's made from coffee beans eaten and then excreted by a Sumatran wild cat? Or D, it's grown at a higher altitude than any other bean?
That one.
I'll go
You're
the
going
high,
with D?
Go with the
high
altitude.
altitude.
You know, it's a funny world we live in because the answer is C. That's right. The beans
cat?
are excreted by a Sumatran wild cat,
Okay.
and then you get $600 coffee.
Wow, that
I
is
could just-
incredible. I
okay.
mean,
So if you're thinking of having
Cack
some
yak.
Kopi Luwak, just
That-
remember that it may have been processed in a way that
And
is
don't try that at
little
home
different.
with your. Don't try that at home with your own cat.
no, please don't. As much as we love cats, that's not the way to do it.
All right, hold on. I want to get one more going. We're going to step aside, but I'll tease with this one. Coffee beans grow on. All right, we got to get this one right. Come on. Where do the
know.
coffee beans grow? Either a low spreading vine.
Shopping shelves.
Maybe they grow here at Slam and Brew. B is a bush. C is a tree. And 4, the roots of the coffee plant. All right, we'll get the answer when we come back here for a more fun Trenton Today happening
And no
at Slam and
cheating
Brew.
by Googling the answer,
Back in just a moment.
like I'm about to do.
Opinions matter, and so does yours. Hi, I'm Joe Fabrizi, inviting you to join us every Monday at 1 p.m. for Opinions Matter, right here on 1490 AM WBCB. Opinions Matter is now live streamed at WBCB1490.com. We want to hear from you because your opinion does matter.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Merrill Reese, here to tell you about my good friends at Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. For outstanding sales and service, you can depend on the folks at Haldeman Ford Subaru for the best value on new and pre-owned Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, along with a great selection of value-priced new and pre-owned Subarus. And no one offers the service that Haldeman does in their huge, state-of-the-art service facility. Service so great that many area municipalities and commercial fleets get their service performed by Haldeman Ford Subaru. From Langhorne to Princeton, folks like you to commercial fleets trust the name Haldeman for sales and service. Haldeman Ford Subaru, Route 33 in Hamilton Township.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I'm proud to help sponsor today's show and promote what's happening in our community. All residents of your hometown should stay involved and participate in community activities, whether it's volunteering to help make your town clean, or volunteering at the animal shelter, or helping at a local youth event. Staying involved in your community makes your hometown a great place to live. This is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you enjoyed today's show.
All right, back here for Trenton Today. We're at Slam and Brew in Center City, Trenton, 24 South Warren Street, hanging out with Mayor Reed Gusciora and General Manager Megan Morelli here for the show. And Megan, what is the answer to where do these coffee beans grow? A low spreading vine, a bush, a tree, or the roots of the coffee plant?
Bush.
The bush. She's a coffee expert.
Yep. Yes.
You're exactly right. Well,
Learn something new every day.
Mayor, it's budget season.
It is
I mean,
for
is
the
that,
state.
that give you some sleepless nights? Oh, so that state budget, though, directly reflects the city, or it can strongly influence the city budget.
Yes, that's because the city, as the capital city, 52% of our property is tax exempt. It's either owned by government or God, and neither pay property taxes to the city. So we have to go to the legislature to ask them to give us a payment in lieu of property taxes called a pilot. And every year we negotiate with the state how much they'll give the city in recognition of the fact that they don't pay property taxes on their buildings.
I mean, it still seems like there's some things that are like, do you know what, have the negotiations been determined, or it's all, until the budget is signed, it's up in the air?
Until the budget is signed, it's up in the air. We have a dollar figure in our mind that has been conveyed. Now it's up to the state legislature to ratify that figure.
You also mentioned that Trenton is on the precipice of celebrating a pretty big historic milestone, the
Yes.
250th anniversary.
And that's
what's the fancy 5-syllable name
well,
for
that's
this?
the trivia question for you,
Oh,
if you
no.
could pronounce it. It's the semi-quincentennial, and that means 250 years. But it's been 250 years since.
Let me give it a try. Semi-quincentennial.
Yes.
Megan?
Quincentennial.
Semi-quincentennial.
Semi-quincentennial.
Yes.
My apologies.
All right, we got it. We got it. You know, I kind of feel like the odd man out here because we got Slam and Brews shirts here for the mayor and for Megan, and I've got my BCB shirt on, so I'm
We gotta get you a
representing.
shirt.
You're a company man.
That's true.
We got to represent you too.
But it was 250 years ago when the Declaration of Independence was signed in Philadelphia, and then the war began immediately thereafter and came down into Trenton, and things were going bad for the American troops. Their commissions were all expiring in December, and George Washington, General Washington, convinced the troops to hang in there or re-sign up, and they were going to lose their commission on at New Year's, so he decided to attack the Hessian fort at the old barracks.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack on Christmas while they were partying, and well, the day after they were partying.
I was saying it is maybe one of the great all-time party fouls in history.
Yes.
Fortunately, it was to our benefit, USA.
Yes, and they also had a unusual snowstorm that the troops had to march once they crossed the Delaware. They marched into Trenton and then engaged the Hessians in the first Battle of Trenton and routed them. Their commanding officer, Colonel Johann Rahl, who's buried in the First Presbyterian Cemetery, was killed in action. And the next day, the British showed up and they tried to rout the Americans, but they couldn't. And so that was the second Battle of Trenton, and we won both, and then hightailed into Princeton and had a third skirmish. And so there were 10 days that were critical that changed the whole course of the Revolutionary War.
You know, it's kind of like we mentioned Pride Month earlier and the celebration you guys have, and just people maybe not knowing about it as much as you hoped and everybody hoped that they would. When I think of Trenton history, especially around that Revolutionary War period, it's kind of similar. It doesn't get enough publicity.
Yeah.
It's not lifted up. I don't know, maybe some great American historian needs to write a compelling book that is going to, draw people into those moments.
Yeah.
But I don't know, people need to know a little bit more about it. So they need to go to the old barracks, which I need to go to and check it out. I love local history, but I've usually stayed on the other side of the river. So I think I'm at fault as much as anybody when it comes to that stuff. I'm thinking Independence Hall. I'm thinking Philadelphia, whatever.
And the state is building an interpretive center on this side of the river, and so we hope to link up Washington's Crossing, the events that happen in Trenton, and then the events that happen in Princeton. Would make some really good historic tourism opportunities for those history buffs that are out there.
Have you ever gone to the historic reenactment, Megan, of the crossing of the Delaware River? They do it on Christmas Day.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So to me, my Christmas Day is filled with gifts and all that other stuff, and I usually don't think about going over to see them get into the old boats, and they have their period clothing on, and they go across the river and everything. It's a pretty neat thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another local history thing that I have to get into, and it seems like it's more celebrated on the one side of the river than it is on the other side of the river. But over here is where all the action happened. I mean,
Well, if you do go on Christmas, they do get a great crowd. And unfortunately, the year that I went, the winds were so strong that they had to
They
cancel
couldn't
the
do it.
crossing.
Oh, wow.
Right.
So they marched over the bridge.
They got to get over there somehow.
Yeah. But it's a neat event, and we also do the battle reenactment of Trenton in the streets of Trenton the following day.
You're talking about things that people should know more about when it comes to the city of Trenton. At WBCB, we have a strong relationship with the Trenton Thunder. They're back for the summer. That's kind of a cool thing. But one of my favorite local spots has always been the Free Museum, the Planetarium.
Yep.
I don't know, are there any Trenton spots, Megan, that you feel like people should know a little bit, or like your favorites?
Well, I actually visited the museum not too long ago, and I can't wait to go back. I didn't get to go on a tour. There was actually an event there, but I'm giddy about that stuff, so I can't wait to go back and learn. And I just
It's still free, right? It's
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, which is incredible. And I feel like
Even for somebody from Pennsylvania, we don't charge.
we let them in too. But there's a lot of things I didn't know about Trenton until I started working here, and now that I'm here, there's so much community to learn about. There's so much that Trenton gets a bad rep for, and I feel like people don't really know until you're in it. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, no, you got to come. There's so much history here. There's so much love. There's so much community.
There's also a city museum, Ellerslie, in Cadwallader Park. And we have art exhibits periodically and receptions there. So check out Ellerslie as well. But the State Museum has fantastic exhibits. Right now they're exhibiting a photography exhibit of photographs that they uncovered in somebody's garage. But they're really historical snapshots of Trenton well over 100 years ago.
Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot, Mayor Gusciora, to pick a certain Trenton location over another, but is there one that it calls to you a little bit more, and that you'd like to lift up?
Well,
have people know more about?
Yeah, I think all of them. Somebody could actually spend a day going to the State Museum, visiting the State House, visiting the old barracks, coming over to see the Douglas House where General Washington planned the Battle of Princeton, come to Mill Hill Park where the battle actually took place. We have Locust Hill Cemetery, which was a run-over African-American cemetery that had 10 Civil War soldiers buried there. So Trenton has a lot of history. The Mercer Cemetery across from the train station has 58 Civil War soldiers buried in there.
Wow.
We were the last stop on a train coming north, and the dead soldiers would come. They would come into Trenton, and a family member, if they didn't pick them up, they would be buried in the Mercer Cemetery.
Wow.
Well, it seems like a unceremonious end to someone who served and was such a part of the legacy of America. But I guess that's not all that unusual
Yeah,
for
in
that
1865, not a lot of families could afford to drive down to Trenton to pick somebody up if they came from New Hampshire or
and
beyond.
during that, maybe your kinfolk had passed away through the war, and some of those connections were lost and stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, a lot of great history in the city of Trenton, and we lifted up and renovations to the barracks and all this new stuff. That is awesome. I worked at a certain point for a historic history museum. They had 3 little houses, like a log building. There was a federal-style building and a tavern. And so I know how difficult funding can be to rent. So to have this 250th anniversary, it's a great reason to pour some money into these resources and make sure that our precious history is preserved. So I celebrate Trenton in doing that, and looking forward to seeing what happens in the barracks and how. Because then there's historians who come in and they kind of re-envision what it actually was, what it looks like now. There's somebody who's probably saying, well, this isn't quite right, and this is a little bit off, and all those renovations try to rectify those mistakes from other historic interpreters, and so that work probably is ongoing right now, and that's kind of interest to me to see what they might be thinking about when it comes to those changes. All right, well, let's think about some coffee trivia here.
Okay.
We're at Slam and Brew, great coffee house here in Center City, Trenton, 24 South Warren Street. All right. Arabica varieties like Java and Mocha are named after either A, the plantations where they've grown, B, the coffee grower who developed that specific variety, C, their predominant flavorings, or D, their port of origin. All right, this is Java and Mocha are named after
I'll go location.
location, says Mayor Gusciora. Megan,
Flavor?
it is their points of origin. Java is actually the name of an island off of Southeast Asia.
And we know that movie Krakatoa, East of Java.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
nice.
And Mocha
You're too young to know about that movie.
is, I think, in Yemen. Mocha, Yemen.
Okay.
Oh,
So there you go. More all right, I got another one for you. I like this one. Cappuccino, right? We all like a good cappuccino. Grab one here at Slam and Brew if you are so inclined. Where does cappuccino get its name from? All right, that's the question.
I just know you're not supposed to drink cappuccino after noon.
That's like a no-no?
In Italy, yes, you would switch to espresso.
You get like that.
Cappuccino is a breakfast drink in Italy,
You get like the side eye.
but Americans we drink it at any
Americans do whatever they want,
Yes.
especially when it comes to coffee.
All right, cappuccino comes from either the drink's resemblance to the brown cowls worn by Capuchin monks,
Okay.
or is it the similarity in color to the fur of Capuchin monkeys?
Ooh.
That's B. C, the Italian puccino, meaning light brown one. So does it come from that term in Italian? Or D, the size of the cup in which it is commonly served? No, it can't be D, right? So you guys are down to 3 options here. And you know what? We're going to step aside and take a break. We'll come back with more of Trenton today.
So we can Google the answer.
We're finding out the state of the city from Mayor Reed Gusciora, who's here with us at Slam and Brew. And we're going to step aside and return for a little bit more of Trenton today on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Merrill Reese, here to tell you about my good friends at Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. For outstanding sales and service, you can depend on the folks at Haldeman Ford Subaru for the best value on new and pre-owned Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, along with a great selection of value-priced new and pre-owned Subarus. And no one offers the service that Haldeman does in their huge, state-of-the-art service facility. Service so great that many area municipalities and commercial fleets get their service performed by Haldeman Ford Subaru. From Langhorne to Princeton, folks like you to commercial fleets trust the name Haldeman for sales and service. Haldeman Ford Subaru, Route 33 in Hamilton Township.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I'm proud to help sponsor today's show and promote what's happening in our community. All residents of your hometown should stay involved and participate in community activities, whether it's volunteering to help make your town clean, or volunteering at the animal shelter, or helping at a local youth event. Staying involved in your community makes your hometown a great place to live. This is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you enjoyed today's show.
All right, welcome back to Slam and Brew. Trenton today on WBCB. We're hanging out with General Manager Megan Morelli and the Mayor of Trenton, Reed Gusciora. And a great community here. I want to make sure we get on the wall of photos. Like, one of my favorite restaurants has something like that, where there's like a wall of everybody who has ever been there.
Yeah.
And I always look for my spot on the wall, and it looks like you guys have something like that I don't know, like Polaroid pictures here?
Yeah, we're just trying to, it's another way to connect with our community and our customers. And we have a lot of regulars that come in here, and I just think it's a cute little way when they come in. They're like, "Oh, I'm on the wall. Like this is my place."
Yeah, we're going up on the wall.
You definitely are. You're going up on the wall, right in the center.
Whip out the Polaroid.
Yeah, whip out the Polaroid. I even have my pets up there, so.
That is awesome, and it is kind of about community. Like when I came in here, I noticed that there were 4, I think they were Trenton City police officers who were hanging out, having some coffee and stuff. That seems like kind of a normal thing, you were saying?
Yeah, the cops and firefighters are regulars here. We know their order. We actually named a drink after one of the police officers, Pocho.
Nice.
He's a great guy. When we appreciate the support, they're in here all the time.
Well, it is about building community, and we were talking a little bit ago, Mayor Gusciora, about how there's a task force out there that engages youth one-on-one, talks about risky behaviors and stuff. But the other work that's going on with law enforcement sometimes is about just being a greater presence, being seen more, making sure you're sometimes I guess that is also interacting with people that are on the beat or in the neighborhood or what have you.
It's the ultimate in community policing, but during the summer months, the police will be stepping up their presence in the neighborhoods. And we're trying to really target the hot spots that have cropped up during summer months. And we just want things to be safe, that all people can enjoy their neighborhood and every neighborhood in the city, and feel secure enough to go out and get a cup of coffee and come back home and not have to worry about looking over their shoulder.
Well, and those risks kind of go up. There's more people outside, just more daylight hours and that type of thing. So good to know that the police presence is out there helping to just be on the scene.
Yeah.
Make sure they're right there in the midst of things. All right, here's another question I feel compelled to ask today. Weed in Trenton.
Yes.
And there's a lot of dispensaries now within the city, and I'm wondering if your office is hearing about where they're located or how close together they are, any of those issues, because there's I don't know, one little street where there's maybe 3 or 4 different dispensaries right there. And I'm wondering if that is something that you're welcoming and celebrating, or if it's something that is a concern for the city of Trenton.
Well, the city's going to be cracking down on illegal dispensaries. We have one that's opening right next door to Slamming Brew, and that seems to be well-traveled, and that's the kind of business we're encouraging. The city let out 10 licenses for dispensaries, and those are the ones that we've spaced out and made sure that they're part of the business community.
All right, the other thing that I think people are interested in, and Megan, I'm wondering if you have any personal experience, like with any negative additional, crime or negative results from having dispensaries in the city of Trenton. Has it been mostly a positive experience, or have there been, crimes or different things that have popped up?
I think it's been a positive thing, because the city will ultimately be getting 2% of revenues that are generated by the dispensaries. So we're going to be cracking down on illegal dispensaries. But I think cannabis is here to stay. More and more states are legalizing adult use cannabis, and provided that they're responsibly consuming, and the alcohol, you could say the same thing.
Obeying the law, right?
Obeying the law.
Yeah.
It's an overall benefit, and it helps anything that provides foot traffic in downtown Trenton. We welcome.
And Megan, you were talking about that before we got started with the show, that you would just love to see more people in the city, more foot traffic here for Slam and Brew, and to have those neighbors coming in. That sounds like an overall positive for this little stretch of Trenton.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, it's definitely bringing in more people, the dispensary, and like you said, weed is here to stay. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere anytime soon, which is good. And I think as long as it's done well and done right and it's done safe, there's no harm in it. People want to get that, come here, get some food, We're here. We're here to serve the hungry and
get the munchies and
get
then
the munchies
come
and
get a sandwich.
Yeah, come get a slam and sandwich after your munchies. But, I think that, they're doing a good thing over there. It's run right. Like you said, cracking down on the ones that aren't, I think, is important. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm open-minded, I'm open-hearted, so.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm open-minded about what we might be sampling at Slam and Brew here when the show wraps up in just a little bit. Are there any specials or things that we didn't let people know about, like, I don't know, Slammin' coffees or
Well, we definitely got a lot of specialty drinks on the menu.
Slammin' sandwiches?
We got some slammin' sandwiches. We got fajitas. The tuna's my favorite. It's a big hit here. But, a lot of people come in, they're like, you have so many options. But I like to offer a lot of options because there's so many people that have different diet restrictions and everything like that. So we try to offer every type of non-dairy milk you could think of. And, we're very open about food. Steph kills it in the kitchen. My baristas take it very seriously. We just try to have such a high level of excellence when it comes to craft and quality and obviously speed because we're in Trenton and people got places to be. So
you got to get your coffee and get to work or
And I don't think we saw a shortage of shadows going back and forth. So the place is busy, and we like when businesses are hopping.
Yeah, we got a lot of people here, and especially a lot of community, a lot of regulars, and just a lot of people that we still haven't seen that we want to get in here. A lot of people from outside of Trenton, if we can get them in here, learn about our cafe, learn about Trenton, that's what we want to be. We want to grow.
Well,
this is our first store, but we plan on expanding.
I mean, we WBCB, we love being included here into the Slam and Brew thing, and thank you for hosting Trenton today.
Yeah, of course,
here.
Anytime.
I kind of want to ride away on this table. I don't think you can see it on our video stream.
Ultimate and bike art.
It's a bike that they put a table on, and you still have the pedals, and we're sitting on the seats. There's pedals on the seats. I feel like we're going to bike right away.
Tour to Trenton.
Yeah,
the Tour to Trenton. I like that.
The Tour to Trenton. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thanks to the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, to Haldeman Ford Subaru, and to Capital Health for being on hand and making today's show possible, along with Slam and Brew here at 24 South Warren Street. Big thanks to Megan.
Thank you.
Always appreciate Mayor Gusciora hanging out with us, giving us the state of the city, and we'll do it again next month here on WBCB. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.